Welcome everybody to the Entrepreneur Power Hour special edition collaboration. I'm so excited today because we have a special guest, David Walsh. We're going to learn how to rock YouTube. And I know a lot of entrepreneurs want to get that awesome video and get that awesome lifestyle where they're creating videos of their dreams. So I'm your co-host, Kareem, and we have the host, Chris Peters, Dan Sissick. We have Mr. Ron Lester, always a pleasure, Agnes Talley, Eddie, David J, and David Walsh. Please take it away. I want to learn really what we can do, and then we'll have an open discussion where we can ask questions. Learn how to really.
Well, take it away. That is is like how long is a piece of string? Success on YouTube is depending on what exactly you want to do. As a business owner, getting views is a good thing. Getting subscribers isn't necessarily your end goal for some businesses. At the end of the day, we're in business to make a profit. So that means getting a viewer from YouTube into our business, whether that's a physical location, a website, or just give us a call or whatever. So success at the end of the day is down to what you define your success to be. For a YouTuber, it is views and subscribers. That defines success. So getting 10,000, 50,000, 100,000, a million subscribers on your YouTube channel is a success in YouTube terms. But for business, it can be, you could get 10 subscribers, but you could be driving 10K a month into your business, which, 10 subscribers, boo, but 10K a month, yay, big time. So as a business owner, it's very much down to what you define success to be.
I think Earl Nightingale said it best when success is the progressive realization of a worthy goal. Yeah. And I find that, the more we increase our service by having guests like you on and teaching people how to be successful on YouTube and other areas of their entrepreneurial career is us putting more into the service bowl so that the apothecary scale is balanced and so we can reap more rewards. As you sow, so shall you reap. And that's really important to us, is that we're giving the best service possible for the people who are taking the time to come on the show, who are taking the time to watch what we're doing and take an interest in content marketing, which is what Kareem and I are specializing in video creation. So yeah, it's very important.
Yeah, YouTube is a phenomenal content marketing medium. If you don't already know, YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world, owned by the biggest, Mr. Google. And the beauty about YouTube is that when you make a YouTube video, you can both rank it on YouTube and also on Google, but you can't do that with a blog post or anything else. So that is the beauty about YouTube, as well as you can actually connect with your audience because they can look at you, they can look in your eyes, and when you are of service, creating the best content you can, that comes across in the video, and people recognize that, and that's how they really connect with you, through video.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. And that's one of the reasons Kareem and I started this. We were like, well, if we're going to be taken seriously, we got to get on camera. Yeah. And for anybody watching, if you're nervous about being on camera, just do it. Just do it, overcome that initial obstacle and just keep doing it and doing it and doing it. And you'll get better, you'll get more fluent, you'll have more ideas coming to you. And it's important to also make sure that you have integrity and come across as congruent, and that what you're talking about, you already know, and you have the skills to back up what you're saying and things like that. So that's very important too.
Exactly. And as you said, once you are of service and you're giving the best information you can give at the time, because the thing is, once you start doing this, you're going to get better. Your worst video is going to be your first one. Full stop. So my recommendation to anybody, whether they're working with me or not, is just get that first one out of the way. Just record it and delete it, whatever. Fumble over everything, fall over, scrape your knees and elbows video-wise. Don't necessarily cut yourself, but, fumble over stuff, get over it, and then just carry on because, as you said, you're only going to get better. And the information that you're going to give is only going to get better as well. One of the biggest obstacles that I find people going, well, there's so many other people on YouTube or there's so many people online, they've got better information. Why will people listen to me? The thing is that you are different from everyone else. You're the best person at being you. And people will connect with people irrespective of how good their information is on someone else's channel. They may not like the personality, they may not know who they are, but when they come across you, as you said, once you've got that integrity, they will connect with you and come back again and again, and they will recognize that your information is good, and then will continue to follow you, and hopefully, being a business, they will actually call you, hire you, buy your products or whatever.
That was really powerful what you said there, because I remember being 23, I had a really bad phone and I'm trying to record something. I'm like, all right, let's get this video on my blog. Literally people are like, Kareem, I liked what you said, but you need video editing help. I'm really good at, I just had 20 people saying, I'm like, okay, I know it wasn't that good, but I got a message and then I started getting better cameras and then talking. People are like, oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah. And then I sent a video to you after doing it for a while. I'm like, okay, I can reach out to a bigger person. And the cool thing when you reach out to someone is you have your own ideas on, like the Power Hour is unique in its own way. There's people doing personal development, but I haven't seen too many there's a few that get masterminds together, but it's just being that unique star in the middle of an ocean or a middle of sky called the internet and having fun with that.
I think that it's because we have such a passion for it, Kareem, and that we want to be the best people on YouTube that are doing this. We want to be the top dogs, and that's why we got to put everything we have into this. We got to put every ounce of our being and every ounce of our skills into this, and constantly be developing and growing and increasing our services. And it's going to happen for us. So that's what it takes. That's what it takes.
You have to take that first step. You have to be recording bad video for people to say, hey, you need to edit a bit better. Because if you were going, oh man, I need to edit a bit better before I record my first video, then you would not know. You would never actually get a video done. And you wouldn't be on this journey you're already on, being able to reach out to me or whoever and be able to connect with other people. You'll still be going, oh, I need to get a new camera, or I need to get a new phone, or I need to get a microphone, or whatever, and you'll never actually ever do anything.
Yep. Yeah, I think that paralyzes a lot of people because they have a fear of criticism, or they have a fear of they can't do it right. But that's the thing. You got to learn as you go. You got to learn as you do. You got to make mistakes. You got to fail so that you go, oh, well, I screwed up, but hey, I'm going to do it this way. This will be successful. And if it's not okay, I'm going to do it this way. This could be successful. So, I mean, that's what it is. It's a journey. It's not a destination. So.
Exactly. You have to fail quickly, and you have to take that first step in order to fail in the first place.
That's right.
We'll never start being a success. You've got to go through those hurdles. You've got to fall over loads of times in order to go, that's what I need to do. These are the things I need to make. These are the edits I need to make, or this is the style of video I need to record for me to be a success with what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And the comments.
Go ahead, Kareem.
No, I was just going to say in the comments, and people will give you feedback. And when I started, I wish I had done it in 2006. I was even saying to my friend, because I'm like, nobody will want to hear what I have to say. Nobody will want to watch me, play a video game, or nobody will want to see me out and about. They'll be like, who's this guy? It seemed so narcissistic. It was a limiting belief. And once I pushed that aside and said, no, I can be on camera and say something interesting. And not only that, I can get other people on camera with me, and they'll be excited to, be part of what I'm part of. It really changed the dynamic. And it's just simply getting over that, I can't go in front of the camera. I need to get Adobe Premiere editing software. And I see people do this, and they're like, oh, Kareem, what do I need to do to start?
Get your phone out, get this thing out, stick it at your face, and just record. That's all you need to do to start. Simple as. Simple as.
Dave, I need a million subs. Where are they?
I'm reminded of a great quote Les Brown has. I was listening to him today while I work because I just love him, and I love everything Nightingale Conant puts out. And he was talking about how when he started, he went to seminars, and he had the courage to go up to Mr. Zig Ziglar and ask him, would you be willing to take me under your wing and help me get better as a motivational speaker? And he did. And Zig Ziglar helped him out, and they worked together. And now Les Brown is a major contributing member of Nightingale Conant. And then he also kept bugging. I forget the guy's name. I listen to it every day. I got all kinds of personal development stuff on my phone that I listen to as I work in the morning. And he said that it took him 2.5 years to get his first publication in a magazine, an article that Les Brown was working on. It took him 2.5 years, but he never gave up. You know, when desire meets an irresistible force, desire will always overcome that force.
Absolutely, every single time.
Yeah.
I was going to jump out and say
of course, Dan.
A lot of times people, you know, like you've been talking about, are so afraid of how it's going to, you know, instead of just doing it. But also, I think that they're just so critical of themselves, but yet they can get on and they can do a selfie to send to their friends or something like that and have no thought about doing that. Well, this is the same idea. Take it to make it that level. You know, think that these are all your friends out there and you're doing a video for, that you care and want to share this information with them. If you kind of change the perspective of how you're looking at it, rather than letting those fear things come in, but replace them with, oh, they're just a bunch of friends. I'm just sharing my information. What they do with it is their issue or how they deal with it. I'm just sharing it. And that's something I've learned a little bit just in doing my own and things like that, and wanting to get better with what I'm doing.
Awesome. Exactly. And as a business owner, if you just instead of focusing on the people, the trolls and the people who have got negative comments, if you focus on that target audience who wants your service or your product, who are delighted to look at your videos and learn from you, whatever content you're creating, then, and willing to and wanting to help them, then that's going to remove all the crap that's going to come with the internet, YouTube and stuff like that. So look at it from, you're after those people who are looking for your stuff. They're the ones going, I wish how to X, Y, Z, or how to do this. They're looking for you. They're looking for your stuff, your products and your services. And you're doing them a disservice by being afraid, by not shooting that video, by not uploading it to YouTube and not telling people about the services that you offer to help them. So, you know, you just spin it around to say there are people looking for you. Go after them. Go find them. Never mind about the crap that's out there.
I love what you said right there, because there's people, I talk to business owners, people on Fiverr, they're like, I want my gigs better. Or people, they have like Shopify stores or blogs or whatever. And I'm like, look, the future is video. People want to see video. People are all day watching cat videos. Give them something entertaining to watch. They might learn something. They're like, oh man, you know, I can't step in front of a camera. And funny enough, I called it YouTube mastery, but really, what do you need to do to master something? Start, you know, jump in front of a camera and be like, hi.
That's how you master stuff, is just do it repeatedly.
Yeah. And just
as you go.
And that's what we're doing here. That's what we've been doing for about a year now. Got 200 some videos with all of these cool folks that you see right here, you know, Mr. Ron, David J, and just hanging out and coming up with different ideas, talking about what is ethics and morality as an entrepreneur? How can I balance my time between the computer and promoting offline? And then what happens is I come up with ideas, and people are like, oh, I like what you're doing. Can I get a t-shirt? I'm like, let me set up Shopify. I'm like, oh, I want to interview people. I get a Blog Talk Radio. Then I'm like, oh, membership sites make green paper. Try that. And then it just, from being on camera, a million things popped up, and I'm like, whoa, I can change this into a whole affiliate and physical marketing business. You know, I don't know if we are going to get to maybe the membership site this year, but definitely it's just an ever-growing, ever-expanding, making our own products eventually, and just creating a whole online and then hopefully offline business where, you know, we can go do seminars and coach people and really bring up the world and say, hey, look, I was one time in just like a t-shirt, no background.
Yeah.
Me and Chris talking together. I make the joke all the time, would have put socks on my hands to talk for the power hour.
Of guests.
Yeah.
Hey guys, what do you think of being an entrepreneur? Oh, it's good. And then someone thinks I'm weird, but it was just me and Chris, and I'm like, I don't know if we could do this. And I invited a few friends, and we tweaked our style and made open discussions, and it's awesome what can happen.
Yeah, we've been coming up with a lot of. We always brainstorm together, and we always try to get other people involved what they want to see us talk about each week. So,
And that's the beauty of it. It's organic, and people will give you suggestions and say, hey, yeah, I'll join your membership site. And you get 1, 2, 5, 10, 20, 100 people willing to pay you $20 or $30 or $50 a month. That's a business. That's a full-time business right there. Yeah, you've got, hey, I'll buy your t-shirt. You make them, I'll buy them. Set up a Teespring account or Shopify or whatever. Boom, there's more money in the bank. Exactly as you say, it makes the green stuff.
Yeah. So, David, do you have anything you'd like to present, like with your sharing your screen on how a person can get started targeting the right audience and creating the right content? I mean, what are some of your strategies that you've used to get your?
Well, I can do a lot without sharing screen.
Okay.
The first thing to do is to identify who your audience is and what their pain points are. Basic business stuff. YouTube is actually growing in searches year on year, whereas Google is actually declining slightly. The thing is that more and more people, especially older people, are going to YouTube and looking up how to ... And there is a statistic from YouTube, I think, that how-to searches have grown by 70% on last year. So more and more people are looking for a video as a solution as opposed to a blog post or a text type of thing. So your audience is definitely looking for your information. They are going there going how to cut my hair straight or how to whatever, do my eyebrows or whatever it is that people are looking for in your market. So those start with how to and then plug in whatever your product or your service does. Obviously, being in business, you will know the questions that your audience asks. How do I fix a washing machine? Or how do I wire a plug? Or whatever, again, just plucking stuff out of the air. So you'll know the problems that your audience has. Those are your start for your keywords. Those are the phrases that people are going to type into the search engine, and they're going to start searching for the advice or the information that you have. Those are the first things you need to do. And from there, once you've written a list of every single thing that you can come up with, then that is the basis for your videos. So how to is a great start for your videos, and then just plug in that pain point. How to get rid of toothache, how to get rid of migraine, blah, 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 that sort of thing. So that's a great place to start. And I recommend to my clients is to come up with as many of them as possible, preferably 50 to 100. Because if you're doing one video a week, if you have a list of 50 ideas, that's a year's worth of content.
Yeah.
Very easy to do. And once people start brainstorming this and give it a day or two or three or a weekend, what you'll do is you'll come up with 10, 15 or 20, you'll go away, then your brain begins to relax, and all of a sudden you've got another 10 and another 20. And so you're up to 40 already, and then you'll be out playing with the kids or having some fun time, and then you come up with another 10 or maybe 20. So you've got your 50 in a matter of days. And that is your foundation for your video campaign to start getting people, creating those videos, and then getting people to view them, and then obviously come into your business.
Wow.
I'm actually on your channel right now, David Walsh.
Yep.
I subscribe to you, and I'm looking at all your how-to videos, and
Yes.
yeah, there's one I'd really like you to talk about here that I'm looking at, how I effed up getting 100,000 subscribers.
Yes.
Can I ask a point or make a point? I just
Sure thing.
realized here, and what you were just talking about, covering this last little bit, the reason why Google is going up in searches, where YouTube's going up in searches as opposed to like Google and stuff.
Yeah.
I think for me, because I'm a blogger, I've done blogging and things like that. I've got over 400 blogs and stuff, and I've done. Plus, I've done over 200 YouTube videos personally myself too. But in that, because I've shared content on how to and stuff on my blog, but I've also done things in my videos. Is it because sometimes people are more visual, or they need that to see, where sometimes in how somebody says how to do something can get maybe convoluted, and people have a harder time in following rather than seeing, and as you're doing it, you're a little more concise and precise about how you say to do something. Is that kind of part of it too? Does that play?
Yeah, it's like if you're showing, say, how to use Adobe Premiere, say, rather than reading it, you're going then you're looking at the image and you're scanning the image for what they should be doing and stuff like this. If somebody's screen capturing their screen and they're going through and you're following the mouse and you're following the clicks as you go along, it makes it so much easier for people to follow along. Whereas with a blog post, you got to go on and then you read a bit, then you apply. Then you look at the image, see if that's right. It didn't turn out how you wanted to, so you got to reread that post again, stuff like that. Whereas with a video, you just rewind, you look at it again. That's where I missed it. So it's just people recognize it. It's almost like somebody's holding their hand, walking them through it as they're looking over their shoulder, type of thing. So people relate to we know that people are short on time. B, they're short on attention span as well. So they know that if they're reading a blog post or a tutorial or something like that in text, it's going to take a lot longer than getting a video. Plus with YouTube, you can see how long the video is. So if you've got a list of 20 videos in the search results, the first one says 65 minutes. You're going, oh, no way. I just want to find out how to do a simple fade in Adobe Premiere. Whereas the next one is 3 minutes. You're going, bingo, that's the one I want. And if that's not right, you know you've only lost 3 minutes. You go to the one that has 5 minutes and you go, that works. So there's a number of reasons. There's a lot of psychology behind it, but mainly it just makes it easier for people to follow along. And that's what people want. They would rather somebody came and showed them how to do it on their computer rather than having to search and go through the difficult steps and make mistakes. They would just go, hey, just show me how to do it. Seriously.
That's how I found you, actually, David. I was trying all these things. People are like, put thumbnails and do this and do that, and stuff backlink. I'm like, I'm trying all this. Nothing seems to work. And I'm like, I'll just YouTube it. How do you get more subs? And I'm like, oh, who's David Walsh? He seems pretty reputable. He makes, good videos. He got 100,000. Well, he has a video on how he messed up 100,000 subs, which is pretty cool. And that's how it started. I was looking for how-tos. I found you. So it's exactly right. And I think we're going to maybe make some shift and do some how-to videos.
We need to do that. That's a good idea.
Eddie, did you have something?
As I said, just start with your list of all the things that are related to what you do. Like how to set up a business, how to set up a website, how to set up a webcam, how to set up, how to record your video or your audio for video, that sort of stuff. So you've got a bajillion things that you could actually do how-to videos on.
Can I ask a question?
No.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Here's the thing. It's actually quite interesting. You see, you guys started talking about, you got to go in front of the camera and be there and do that. And quite frankly, I've been making a lot of videos and quite good at ranking them and duplicating them and whatnot, and interactive videos and personalized videos. And so what happens was that I Skyped with a friend of mine, Dave. He's also in this box. And I said, oh, well, what do you do? Yeah, I'm in a webinar. I said, okay, what webinar? He sent me the link, and I clicked on it, and boom, and so I saw David Walsh saying, hi, Eddie. I said, what is this? Because I've never been with my face in a webinar, so this is like, well, I feel a little bit like a deer looking to the headlights. I mean, so it's quite funny that you guys started talking about it. So, but I must say it is a bit weird the first time. So anyone that is watching, I fell into it, flat face, I would almost say, but it doesn't hurt. That's for sure.
Nope.
And then actually, it's good that once you put your face, that people learn to know you, and you also take some of the authority of other people that also reflect on you. So it should boost your business. And I'm actually quite honored to be in front of David Walsh, and quite shocked also, quite frankly, because
my ego can't take anymore. Seriously.
No, I mean, from you, I learned how to create a subscribe button, how to do the subscribe link, and
so you're the guy who's been watching it 35,000 times.
No, only a few times. I got a question about David Walsh. I'm not worthy.
Dave Walsh, big fan. Can I don't stalk you. I just watch you 30,000.
Am I gonna selfie?
That's how you got. That's how you got 100,000 accounts. That one guy just made 999.
Like I've nothing better to do but just create YouTube accounts and subscribe to me. That's it. Yeah.
Well, a smart thing to do is to copycat someone that is really good, and you're the kind of guy that people should copycat. You know what I'm saying? And everybody will have his own
modeling.
Wait.
Personal development terms is called modeling.
Modeling, yeah. I don't mean any disrespect, of course. I mean,
plenty of people have ripped off my stuff. So
they couldn't possibly look like you. So it kind of, and the sound is different and the face is different. So they can come close, but they're not the David Walsh, of course. So.
Yeah,
Anyway, you can my hat off to you, and all the compliments that I can give someone, I give to you.
Thank you very much.
I sort of disagree with what you say earlier. It's just that you said that people should make one video and then upload it to the how-to. Well, I started basically, well, I don't want to go too far back, but I started with SEO and then I turned into VSEO. So what I do is I look for all the different keyword combinations and then take one video, duplicate that like 500 times, make them unique, and then upload them. So just this one video. And
but not businesses aren't going to go, hey, I'm just going to make one video and make it 500 different variations of it. That's not necessarily the best use of their time.
Plus, to learn and understand SEO is a whole nother part of that.
Exactly. And that's a very
get yourself out there.
Yeah, that's a very different strategy than creating an organic audience. What you're doing is you're basically, for want of a better word, manipulating the system to get the traffic that you want. Now, I'm not saying that's bad. I'm not saying it's good. It is a way to do it, and it's whether it's ethical or not is down to whoever's whoever's looking at it. I don't disagree with it. It is a strategy that's being used, but for businesses, which was what we're talking about here, is to create a list of videos similar to what I've done on my channel, and then people will come back again and again. You'll gain that trust, you'll get that authority, and then people want to know more about you and actually connect with you and maybe hire you or buy your products. Now, yes, you can make 500 of the same video, but people aren't going to see that video 500 times. If they see it 5 times, they'll go, what the heck is this? Yeah. I've seen the same video on 5 different sites.
Well, the thing is that some people
is ripping out this nice stuff, you know.
Well, please don't crucify me yet.
No, I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying
nobody's crucifying anybody.
That we're targeting today. Going for an organic strategy is much better than trying to sort of do what you're doing. Basically, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, and I can justify that though. To be fair, Eddie, there's a guy I've seen that he does very well. His name's Alex Becker.
I love that.
And he just says crazy things. He's not doing. We're a little bit. We amp up the energy, but he's just saying crazy stuff and throwing his phone and like, you got a problem, bro. He's like, and then he's like, I don't really do SEO. I just make cool stuff. And then here's the thing about SEO. You can get real good with that, and there's some marketers who are like, hi, I'm Bob. I sell chicken at the restaurant. Or there's people who are just crazy, and then someone's like, dude, you got to see this guy when you get back from home. Check this dude out. They're pulling up their phone. They're like, isn't he weird? And then a bunch of other people are like, yeah, this dude's crazy. And then, the lady put a Chewbacca mask on, didn't know anything about SEO. Maybe
it went viral in 24 hours, man. But what I love about Alex Becker is he's so direct. Like, he's like, if you want to succeed, get off your ass and stop making
Yeah.
And he's just so in your face. And I want to have that kind of approach with our show, but I can't. He's very vulgar, and once we get 1 million subscriptions, then we can do whatever the hell we want. That's why I look at it. Because if we lose a couple thousand, it's not a big deal. But right now, it's critical that we don't lose subscriptions or views. If we're huge enough, I'm just gonna go crazy
Well, he's good with the PBN. This Alex Becker. He's very good with PBNs and with silos, deep silo, all the variations of silos. He's got a lot of high energy. He's funny. I like him, but he's too loud, you know.
I just love how he just addresses his audience. What's up, assholes? And he just goes right into his spiel, you know, and yes, that may not appeal to everybody, but there's a certain charm about that. There's a certain amount of confidence you can feel from his definite chief aim, and that is he's going to say what's on his mind. He's honest. He has integrity, and he's going to tell you what he wants to say, and he's also going to show you some skills you can use to succeed in your business or with your YouTube channel. And yeah, he throws his coloration in there, but who the hell wants to listen to somebody drone on and be politically correct all the time? I know I can't stand that.
Hi, I'm Kareem, and today I'm going to show you how to get 10 to 50 leads for your business. All right, I'm here at my computer. What we're going to do? And I'm like, oh, let's watch let's watch heavy metal or cat videos or something. Even though the content's good, I'm not saying it's bad. Like some of the affiliate marketers on JVZoo, I started doing that. But I'm like, let's put some energy into it. I get it. Your product's awesome. It transforms your computer into a robot. It makes your desktop Optimus Prime. Stop making me fall asleep.
Yeah, you gotta have coloration to your character, and you cannot be afraid to say what's on your mind. I think as long as it's not extremely like offensive or it's not sexual in nature, religious or political, I think it's free. It should be fair game to say whatever the hell you want and talk however you want on your shows. However, with the respect of certain people we do have on here, we do keep it pretty PG or PG-14 or whatever, you know, but once we hit millions, we're going R-rated, man, because I don't care, you know. I want us to be entertaining and educational at the same time, David Walsh, and I think that's very key. You keep your audience laughing and engaged, but you're also providing them something of value, and I think that's key to keeping their interest held for longer than 5 to 10 minutes, because as you said, people in this day and age have no attention span whatsoever, and it's so. When you're creating when you're trying to create a successful YouTube presence, persistence is key. Keep making videos. Don't stop making videos.
Two things.
Don't stop putting. Go ahead. Sorry.
Two things: consistency, persistency. That's what I say. Be consistent and persistent. You just have to just break through that barrier, your own personal barriers, and the ones that you create yourself, as well as the ones on YouTube and whatever that are actually physical and are out there. You just got to be consistent. Upload same day, every week for your audience, because people understand that you are uploading every Tuesday, that you are giving great content. Yes. They will come back on Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday and look for your videos. And just be persistent that you will get the views. You will get subscribers, or you will get people calling your business or hiring you and stuff like that. You just have to keep going.
Keep going.
Consistent and persistent.
I love what you said there, because funny enough, me and Chris made like 100, 150. We're like, come on, where's our views? This is a scam. You know, where's it at? And then we were both getting frustrated. Like, where's it at? Where's the success? Come on. And then I really thought about it, and I watched this guy from entrepreneur.com, and I can't remember his name, so forgive me. But he's like, oh, yeah, I think it was 3,700 or 4,000 videos. And he's like, I didn't really get good till about maybe 200 or 2,000 and 2,600 in.
You must have sucked.
Which I guess, but the thing with me is, I'm like, I have 200 videos, and I'm complaining. I'm like, I need to go forward. I need to get like 1,000. Then I can get mad and stick the phone in my face and be like, David Walsh, we did this collaboration. Where's my 100,000 subs, man? Where's it at?
Oh, I don't think you want to hold it that close to your face.
Okay, is this good?
No one's gonna see you.
Is this good?
Hold it that close.
Tell me what. Is this good yet?
There you go. Perfect.
And I want to welcome
the camera the other way.
Micah. I want to welcome Michael Wallace. He's coming on. He does things with online currency, which is cool and everything. And we have a special guest, David Walsh. We're learning how to rock YouTube, get them videos on them internets, and become famous.
So, David, I wanted you to talk about your video you made on how you fucked up getting 100,000 subscriptions. So, how did that come about, and how were you able to leverage yourself off of that screw up, and how did it happen for you?
Well, that was a video I wanted to do for a long time, but first thing I wanted to do was actually hit the 100K, which happened on July 19th.
Congratulations. You're going to be getting a silver button in the mail now.
Yeah, well, I've got there's a whole system. There's an automated system where they review your channel, blah, blah, blah. So I'm waiting for that little automated script to kick in to put the notice up. What happens is you get a notice on your channel, you fill out the form, they send it in the post. That's what. So
nice.
I'm waiting for all that malarkey to happen.
Nice.
So, yeah, this video I wanted to create for a while because I have fucked up, and people who would say success will do so. Yeah. And if they say they haven't, they're lying through their teeth. And so
I love it.
It was a long time coming, and the fuck ups happened a while ago.
Right.
They've been just sitting there festering, and I've told very few people about them, very, very few. Except in I think I did a seminar I did 2 years ago. I talked about it, but so this was sitting there for a while, and I just said I wanted to let people know that people are looking at your success. You got 100,000, blah blah blah. But I'm going, yeah, you just see the good side of it. You don't see where I've messed up
or how much work you put in.
Big time.
Yeah.
But even through the mess ups, I was still successful. Type of thing. So what happened is that I had a video on how to download a YouTube video. Now this thing was going crazy. It was getting 500,000 views a month at the time. Right. It had 2.5 million views at the time. It was actually had a little. It was the official video for how to download a YouTube video.
Okay.
Now, the thing is that downloading YouTube videos is against YouTube's terms of service. So I got YouTube certified, so I'm YouTube certified on how to grow an audience and stuff like that. So shortly after I passed my exam, which is an absolute nightmare, they did a review on my channel, and of course they come across this video, 2.5 million views, that is against their terms of service. So straight away, I got a community strike on my YouTube channel. So nothing I could do. It was hands up, yes, I did wrong, whatever. So with that, I got 6 months suspension of all the features, including annotations, monetization, all of that sort of stuff. So I just said, screw you, YouTube. I'm not doing anything for the next 6 months. It's like, what's the point? I'm not going to make any money. I can't put annotations to links to my site or to other videos. So screw you. So I just focused on my business and just worked on what I was doing at the time, which is building high-end membership sites and websites for clients. So it took, funnily enough, it was actually 8 months later that I actually came back. I only logged into my YouTube channel once. That was it through the whole 8 months. So I was waiting for the notification to say, hey, you're allowed back in the club now. And I was just so busy. It took a further 2 months for me to actually create a video and upload it. But in that time, I still had, over that 8 months, I still got 16,000 subscribers. So wow. Without only logging in once, no uploads, no replying to comments, no nothing. Ooh. So, but it was, I still got 15,000 subscribers, but that one mess up did cost me a lot of momentum, because coming back after 8 months of not doing anything is very difficult, because I was in the club, now I was out of the club. And when you get all that juice and authority from YouTube, basically when you get a lot of stuff so that your videos will get ranked will get put up on the first page of YouTube, that when people are logging in, your face is on there, because I've got great watch time. I've got great session watch time, which is people are clicking through to my videos, to video, to video, to video. So they're staying on the platform for a long time. So YouTube are promoting the absolute bejesus out of me. But because I got that suspension, I wasn't doing anything. So I said, screw you. And then they went, well, screw you back. It's our So it took a while to get momentum back. And I was a bit patchy when I came back as well. I was consistent for about 2 or 3 months. And then it was like things just got busy with work again. And I said, I just can't do this. And then things died down a bit, and I said, you know what? I really want to figure out how to get back into the club after being thrown out of it. So that's when I was like, okay, I need to be back to consistency, need to get focus on a specific type of video and stuff like that my audience likes. So that was probably the big mess up. And the being inconsistency patchy over time as well was another mess up along the way, that when I came back, I should have just been consistent, full stop. That they wanted me back ish type of thing, but I didn't do a good job when I came back.
Wow.
What did you do wrong? I still don't understand. Is that still a secret? Or?
I did a video that was against the terms of service.
Yeah, okay.
That was a YouTube video. That was
run around naked, or
no? That would get that when if you
would go viral.
Yeah,
for all the wrong reasons.
For all the wrong reasons. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I won't ask again, but I of course it gets me curious, because you see nowadays if you do something wrong, they flag you and then say, "Don't do it again, please."
Well, yeah, that was it. It's a strike. I wasn't like, my account wasn't shut down. It's just I had monetization taken off. I had annotations, all of that extra stuff you get when you verify your channel. That was all gone.
I got in trouble too.
Said, screw you, I'm not going to play ball.
Did we get in trouble? What the
no,
hell
not we. I did, because I was playing a popular game and I said, man, I'm going to really rock this. And I started liking my own videos.
Do you still have this? Do you still have this video that was against the terms of service?
I have it on my hard drive, but it's not on my channel anymore.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Dave, see, we got a bad guy on here, kids. Just downloading that video.
I'm really curious. What was that? What was that video?
We want to know.
I'm curious. I know I just came in at the end, kind of not like. Are you willing to share that, or is that possible?
Well, I don't want to get this video banned as well. So
we don't really want we don't want the Entrepreneur Power Hour or David Walsh's channel flagged. We really don't.
We'll get to 100,000 subs after this, and it'll be like,
oh, thank you.
We're like, we saw you with David Walsh.
That Dan Sisik just told me what it was. The video was how to download a video from YouTube. That's all it was. And I guess now here's the thing. You could still get, I have a software add-on installed in Opera called YouTube Down. It's a downloader that's built right into the browser, and I can download any YouTube video I want. Now here is what I know piracy is rampant. I don't agree with taking for free and not giving back. That's not how I work. And that is a danger that every content creator faces, is people ripping your stuff off.
Yep.
So I understand YouTube's Copyright Policy Act. Now, this is a related story to what we're talking about today. We're talking about YouTube. There's a game reviewer I love named Angry Joe. And his whole channel is based on reviewing games. He gives honest opinions about the developmental process, honest opinions about the quality of the game, the pricing, everything like that. And the way that he does his show is he stands in front of a screen that he must have, that he built or something, and he has a studio that he does his show out of. Now, as he's talking about the gameplay, the graphics, the sound and everything, he has the game playing in the background. Yeah. He was flagged for that, for copyright infringement. And you should see the video on him losing his mind because they shut his entire channel down for that. This is how this guy makes his living.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, and the line that needs to be drawn in the sand. If the publishers and the developers of those games had come forth to him and said, we don't want you to use this gaming content on your show, then that would be the reason to do that. But he never got any messages from, I think he got a couple from EA, and they're a bunch of greedy bastards anyway, so who cares? But 90% of those developers did not care that he was using actual gaming footage on his show. But YouTube flagged him anyway. Now, I don't know if it's always been like that. I think that might just be when Google bought them out that they started incorporating this Copyright Policy Act, which I do agree because it protects the content, it protects the creator, but it also can be used against the content creators as well, which I think is completely unfair. At least do an investigation, find out what the content is being used for, why it's being used, if permission has been granted, before you just shut somebody's channel down like that. And it happened to David. It happened to him too.
Yeah,
unfortunately, it's a lot like when you're dealing with anything like video games or music, or movies. There's the legal teams that are now involved with that. YouTube's got no choice but to really be cautious, because now all of a sudden they're saying, you know what, we can't go after each individual, but we will go after YouTube. So YouTube doesn't really, it's just they're covering their butt in that one.
Yeah, it's just so unfortunate that, people who work their asses off, like us, like David, like Angry Joe, like Boogie, and all these big YouTubers who have over 2 million subscriptions, that's their livelihood. And for YouTube to be able to just go click, well, you're not getting any money until we figure all this out. I don't know how long his channel was offline, but he lost money for 2 months over that.
Oh, big time. Big time.
Go ahead, David.
Speaking on that, for the viewers and stuff, one thing, lesson to be learned is don't use other people's content on your video, especially audio tracks. YouTube actually provides a shed load of free audio tracks to download for free. Just go to youtube.com/tracks or audio or something like that. You'll find it. It's in your creator section of your YouTube channel. And download as many of them as you want. Use them as many times as you want. They're all for free, and you will you won't get any copyright strikes or content bans from that. So if you're looking for music for your videos to make it a bit more engaging and entertaining or whatever, there is a library within YouTube itself. Use that. That's what I use the vast majority of the time. Or you could just get Kareem to pull out a guitar and make a song for you right there.
Yeah, see?
Or me.
We don't have to steal anything.
No.
Hour rock song with David.
Yeah.
Now I'm getting super animated. Like, what?
Well, that's good, because but okay, so David, you know more about this, because you've been on here a long time. So is it, okay, so Angry Joe was able to have his content re-uploaded, and he does still use gaming footage. Now, I would imagine he would get special permission from the gaming developers to do that. Would that be correct?
It depends on the focus of his videos. Now, he was doing a review which can be construed as news. So he would be using what's termed as fair use. So he would be taking that footage and saying, I'm reviewing this particular content, and I have it in the background because it's a review. So in the US, it would be termed as fair use. Now, the thing is with copyright is an absolute minefield. And this is why there are so many confusions and stuff like that, because each country has their own copyright laws.
Yes.
So not every country can apply fair use to the videos. UK has a separate set of laws. Germany has a separate set of laws. France, Venezuela, Mexico, whatever country, Canada, whatever country you go to, they have their own separate set of laws. So you can't say this is fair use, because fair use may not exist in your country. So what he was doing was, it could be termed as fair use, and I'm sure that was the argument that he.
Oh yeah. He was talking about. Yeah, he was talking about how he's like, how the hell am I supposed to be honest with people and tell them what these games are like if I can't show any gameplay, graphics, sound, or what the game's consisting of? So, and the reason he does these reviews is to warn players against companies that are producing garbage games and charging top dollar for them. And that's honest.
They didn't like the video, and that's why they wanted that ban on that particular video. That was it at the end of the day.
But it flagged his whole channel.
That's just one of bajillions of cases like that.
Yeah.
I was talking to some friends of mine, and they were at Comic-Con a couple of weeks ago.
Nice.
And they have a channel called Flex in the City, and they do movie reviews and Comic-Con reviews and stuff like that. Now, Comic-Con are controlling all their content. They have their app, the Comic-Con app, but the content on there is only available in the US. So they went there, and they were reporting from the panels. They didn't have any footage that was shown at the event or anything like that. They just gave interviews from the panels and their own reviews from the show. So they were working tirelessly the whole weekend. Just before they left, they found that Lionsgate, Universal, who run Comic-Con, flagged 6 of their videos, which had 0 content on them. If you get 3 flags, your channel is shut down. They got 6.
What?
Yeah, and it wasn't even their content. And then they further flagged another 70 of their videos that were done years ago.
What? Yeah, it's so important to know this, because people are like, I'm going to be a YouTube star, and they're doing everything right. Then they add one audio track or one little thing. It's almost like playing Minesweeper on the internet. Yeah, you could win, but you could blow up, and then one day you're like, oh, let me check. You're like, whoa.
Yeah.
And that's why, like me and Chris, it's just, the panel discussion. I don't add any audios that are royalty free. I got FlixPress stuff, and I do video effects.
We both do, yeah.
And we make intro and trailer videos, but it's all us making stuff. But
if
for
it's
other
your own
people,
content, and again, going back to business owners and stuff like that, normally it will be your own content. It's you in front of a camera, whether it's a webcam or a proper camera, whatever. You creating your own content, you put on an audio track that you got for free off the YouTube library, then you are 100% safe.
Okay.
If somebody comes to you with a content ID strike, you can fight it because you're going, hey, this is me, this is my mush, my face on the video camera. It's no one else's, and no one has the rights to my face. If they do, show them to me because I want to know about it.
Yeah.
Well, does anybody want to rent my face for $10 a month? What I'll do is I'll take a picture of my face.
I'll give you $250.
Oh, okay. All right. See, we did a business here. Kareem's Face Rentals. We just started one. How to rent your face. All right. Hi, I'm Kareem. And chances are you may not like your face. Are you getting supermodels? If you're not getting supermodels at parties, let me help you. See, I rent my face out for $250 a month, and I want to help people like you. So call 800-111 rent a face. And if you call now, we'll also let you rent the face of Ron Lester and special guest David Walsh. All for a limited time.
I could run with that for hours, but I just won't.
We'll save the audience.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's just, and that's the thing. I have pirated movies on my hard drive, but I buy all my music, especially metal, because I'm very passionate about music, and I support the artists I love. But it's this age of piracy that has forced content restriction. It's forced it. That didn't exist. Yeah, there was always MPA warnings at the beginning of VHSs. You remember those. Warning, copyright infringement, you face a severe penalty. It's because nowadays all these millennials and young people are like, well, I can just download everything. I don't have to pay for anything. Well, none of that stuff would exist without money. None of that stuff would exist without the sweat, blood, and tears of whoever made that. That is their baby, and you're just ripping people up. So I agree with having to pay for good things, and that's my attitude. And movies I really love, I end up purchasing. I watch them first, and if I like them, I'll buy them, of course, because yes, I know Hollywood has billions of dollars and there's a lot of money there, but they still spend, like the Hateful Eight, that Quentin Tarantino movie. He shot it in 70 millimeter Panavision. That budget for that film would have been nuts to use those old style reel cameras, instead of like a digital camera. It would have been insane. So, I mean, if you like something, purchase it. You know what I mean? Like, support the people who are creating the things you love.
I totally agree. And you value it as well.
That's right.
The stuff we get for free is like, nah, didn't cost me anything. I haven't invested anything in it, whether it's financial or time-wise. But when you pay for something, you appreciate it more because it's your hard-earned money that's gone into it. So you're not going to throw it around. You're not going to waste it or anything like that. You're going to value it and take care of it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I love that you said that, because a lot of people will go online and they'll be like, oh man, I'll take, I can use a piece of these videos and clip that. And I'm like, no, don't you have enough creativity? Write your own book, have your own music, have your own movies. And if you have trouble, do how-tos. And here I want to lead into that with another question.
Go ahead.
You said playlists are a huge thing. And that's one thing I kind of forgot. I'm like, oh, I need to tell Chris, and I keep forgetting. Maybe I'm drinking too much V8 energy and banging too many like keys in the cubicle. And I'm gonna bring it up now. I know you said playlists are super powerful.
Yes.
So if I make like 10 how-tos on, let's say, how to create an entertaining YouTube channel, and then 10 on how to create thumbnails.
Yeah.
You, Paul, put them in a playlist, and what does that do? Because maybe there's a certain magic I'm missing here, like Merlin.
Yeah, what we should be doing. Yeah, tell us.
Hey, here is some secret sauce, some really secret sauce now. So, okay, so playlists are 90% like videos. You can give them a keyword-rich title, and you can also give them a keyword-rich description. You can't add tags, but that doesn't make any difference. So what you can do is that you can basically optimize your playlists just as you would a video. You wouldn't necessarily create 500 of the same playlist like some people would, but you can create a number of playlists around a similar theme. So you're saying you've got 10 videos on creating thumbnails. You've got 10 videos around creating engaging videos. Now you can create a number of playlists. You don't have to create one for each of them. You can actually create 5 or 10 different playlists using those videos, because you've got 20 videos right there. So each video can have a separate theme. So you've got your main theme, which is creating thumbnails, and another one, which is creating engaging videos. Now, you could have a sub-theme within that is how to use humor in your videos, and then how to create a humorous thumbnail. So there is a humorous playlist that you can create. So you can just use your imagination to create a number of playlists. And again, make your playlist keyword rich, so that you're going after the keywords, so that because you can also rank your playlist as well as your videos.
Yeah.
And as well as that is that it looks like you're creating more content. So if you're uploading videos twice a week, create 2 brand new playlists twice a week. So it looks like you're uploading 4 times a week.
Dun dun. So hey,
profile page. You can you create this beautiful front page and say, I want to show this playlist on this row and on this row. So you
exactly in your sections. You have 10 sections you can play with on the front of your channel. That will get updated on the new look that is coming out, but that's a story for another day. But with the playlists, YouTube recognizes, new content. And YouTube loves playlists because it's all about watch time. Watch time there's 2 types. There is video watch time, is how long people stay watching your video. And then more importantly, there is session watch time, which is how long somebody stays on YouTube. Now,
if they don't watch this whole thing, you're a bad person. Stop watching cat videos.
Yes and no.
I'm kidding.
It's not necessarily a bad thing. If they come in and watch this video and watch, say, 5 minutes of it, but they click through to another video on the right-hand side of the video and stay on YouTube for the next 2 hours, then you're going to get 2 hours, 5 minutes worth of session watch time. Now, your video watch time may not be great, but if they're staying for 2 hours on the platform, you're going to get so much YouTube juice. They're going to love you. They're going to go, people come in, watch 5 minutes of this video, then they stay on the platform for 2 hours. They're going to pump out your video more because they know that people are staying on the platform.
Awesome. So I have one last question I'm going to throw out. You said keyword rich and okay,
yes.
I want to make a humorous video. So I say, step 1, watch Wayne's World. Step 2, take a picture of you doing that. Don't stick it on your face. Step 3, upload it and play in Canva and put it on there. Now, would I put Wayne's World, the Entrepreneur Power Hour? Because I have a lot of people say, stuff keywords, but I've seen long tail really is turning up the views. When I was using Entrepreneur, I feel like bigger fish were and then now that I'm using long tail, it seems that it's really kicking it up. So, not to get too much into SEO, because everybody's an SEO on Fiverr for $10, or $5, which I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Well, there's a big difference in SEO and SEO. Let me tell you that. It took me 3 years to dare myself call an SEO guy, and I'm quite humble. What you need is to have the good tools and know where to go, basically. And for that reason, I strongly suggest a software called Entrepreneurial. and that does it with a button, and it gets all the variation. And for videos, I use View Leo.
Okay.
Get it. Usually get it as a bonus left or right. But there's a lot of keyword variation. So in terms of making all these hundreds of videos, I don't specifically make videos to rank high in YouTube. I want to make videos rank #1 in the Google search engine. So for that, I need to have all these keyword variation, all these location modifiers. So, yeah.
Cool.
And basically what you then can do is you can say, okay, I can have your video ranked for 100 keywords, #1 in Google, and you pay like $3 or $5 a month to have that video ranked #1. And
hey, Eddie?
In an hour.
Hey, just not to cut you off, Dan Sisick, one of our cool dudes that hangs out here, he had a question. He wanted you to like clarify in the chat, like put some of the names.
Oh, sorry, did I? I'm a newbie, so bear with me.
Me too. We're all, I'm a noob here, as they say.
Am I flagged? Am I banned? Am I gonna give David Walsh a hand now?
Yes, you're in trouble. See, Eddie, you got us all. Oh, the cops are at my door. What do I do? I'm sorry, YouTube. No, it's all good.
I don't understand the question from Dan. Dan, please.
Can you clarify, Dan?
Dan, you're muted.
Yeah, I was going to just say in the chat section, if you see at the bottom of your screen where it says chat, and click on that.
Yeah.
And then just type in those 2 sites for us. Then that way.
Well, there's bensound.com. That must be where you can get free audio.
Yeah,
that's a great one.
Yeah, Eddie put that one in there. So if you could put those other 2 in there, that way.
Which other 2? Oh, you want those as well? Well, yeah. That's a secret, actually. I don't know if I will give them for you. It's called here's the thing. There's this guy called Oz the Dawn. Really?
I know Oz.
You know
Does he wear a black cape? And he's like, dun dun. I will turn you into a frog.
Yeah. And this guy, I really appreciate him. I got basically all his products, and Rapunzel, I'm talking about the Rapunzel, okay? But this is not a product that is widely available. Sometimes he opens the door and then he shuts it for a year. So you really have to get lucky to get in. But it's like, and that software has got an extension called Yang, Y-A-N-G. And basically what you do is you type in your seed keywords, and it then goes and search all the long tail, the keyword variation. It calculates the variation between the long tail and the exact match and the phrase match and the broad match. There's a formula there, and basically it's like people are more ready to buy, if you will, a higher buyer intent if you have 4 keywords. So what this software does, it basically finds the total volume for all these keyword variations, and then it says, okay, you have to pick this niche because this niche has the most traffic with long tail keywords in there. And then you take those and you then throw them into another program called anyway, and that calculates all the strength of the competitors, how much the H1, how many the keyword in the URL and all that, how many images and Google Pluses and all that stuff. And then you basically have a sort of a graph of your strength, and then you know how many pages you ought to create, how much content you have to create to get a certain amount of traffic. So it's a very calculated method, basically. And the same goes with video. So you basically calculate the keyword variations, and you do the same thing all over. Then you say, okay, I want to have this video. I create like 10 or 20 different intros and 10 or 20 different outros. It sticks it in the software. Sometimes this intro in and this intro out. It changes the sound a bit, and out you get 50 or 100 or 150, as many videos as you like that are unique. And then you use software to live stream them, to upload them in a live stream. Okay, and then you have them basically ranking #1 in a matter of hours. how the keyword research it can be done quickly. Otherwise, it would be a huge task to do. And there's big demand for that, because you no longer have to build a website and do all the pages and optimization and the configuration of your server and getting your hosting. No, you want to rank #1 with a video. Okay, hold on a second. I'll make it within 2 hours. You have 100 videos in your area, ranked #1. Waving money, and that's what I'm doing right now. Although, yeah, there's a lot of money in that. But what I'm currently doing is working with a software called Interactor, and that allows you to stop the video and then ask you want to go left or right, and then it forwards you to that specific video.
I have a question about that, though, because here's the interesting thing. Now, I just asked the keyword, to kind of get a background, and I know it's important to throw the playlist together as we've gone over, get your target market, do the how-tos. But I think, and this is really the point I want to emphasize, maybe the biggest one is you master all that mathematical stuff. The biggest thing, I think, is to get that humor, get that fun back into even, because here's the thing, like
the software does it for me. The software does it for me. I'm just trying to explain to you what the software does. Okay. I just throw it in there, easy peasy for me. But for the playlist, it's very important. That is what it's called relevancy. You have to get a high relevancy. So for that, I use a software called Tycoon, and that basically says which words I have to use for specific relevancy. And when you do that, then you basically use another software called Keyword Researcher Pro. I put these few Tycoon words in there, and then I write an article. And the Keyword Researcher Pro then exactly tells me if I'm using those words in the text already. And then you got a super optimized playlist, and then you spin that text. You use the spin text, and then you use that for your other descriptions and for your website.
That is pretty cool. So actually, I'm going to actually pick on Mr. David J. I know I said hi to you. What do you think of all this? I know you've been like sitting back there silent.
Input. Yeah, bring me in there, bro, because what Eddie's talking about there, I can absolutely 100% testify to, because I've seen this guy, I've seen him work. And when he puts these videos together and ranks videos, it doesn't matter. We did car cleaning materials. It's an auto wash car cleaner, a waterless wash car cleaner, and within I think a few hours, he had a video ranking #1. And I think it's still, if you go to Google and you put in waterless car cleaner UK, and go to videos, I bet you'll see one of Eddie's videos. What he's talking about is it does sound complicated, but when you've got all the tools that Eddie's got, and you can actually get all the keywords and get everything, you're talking about some real power behind your video, and not just putting a video out there and hoping to get, somebody going to find it. No, this is going to guarantee that the people that type in that words, they're going to find that video. It's
awesome.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, no, it's really important to do some of the math boring stuff and like get some of the more fun content stuff.
If you've got the mind for it, you see, not everybody's got the mind to like take cryptocurrency to the stage where like Micah, who's on the call now, where Micah's got it. Imagine if all of us on this call understood cryptocurrency like Micah understood it. That is saying everybody on this call can understand SEO like Eddie understands SEO.
Actually, for Micah, I did a demonstration with Micah live. So I was with Micah on Skype, and then I ranked 10 exactly videos for him. I actually recorded the whole thing.
That's
you remember that, Micah?
Yes, I remember that,
yeah. Yeah, it's cool because you need people who are good at SEO, and you need people who are good at just jumping in front of the camera and making content. And I started doing testimonials on Fiverr. But the biggest thing I found, I started getting, clicks when I really did, some work, some of the SEO stuff. But the biggest thing was actually just jumping out and putting that energy behind it. Because there's a few I did like, "Hi, I'm Kareem." So what do you think of that, Dave Walsh? Like how do you pull up that energy sometimes on videos when you're like, man, I'm drained from work and I'm tired, and because sometimes I can jump in front of a camera because it's a Saturday. I'm like, yay, no cubicle. But maybe that's one question I'd like to ask you, because it's hard to be consistent. It's people are like, yeah, be consistent, and then I'm
practice. That's the only thing. Is like when I do what I do, and what I recommend people do is when they're creating videos, obviously not like this, but when they're creating their how-to videos, is to batch create them. So say, go back to, we've got a list of 50 videos we want to create. So take 4, 6, or 8 videos you're going to create, and just take a day out or a weekend out and create them. Because if you're creating a video a week and you're spending Monday to create your video, you're going to take half the morning to set up and shoot your video. Then you're going to take the rest of the day to edit and export your video. So that's a whole day wasted. Thing is, if you shoot 4 videos, you can do that in the same time it will take you to do 1 video. So do that, and then it will take you a bit longer to edit them. But when you do it again and again and again, as soon as the lights are on and as soon as you step in front of the camera, you just go, boom, I'm live, I'm gonna, boom, I'm just there. And it's like, shoulders back, head up, look straight at the camera lens and smile. And that's
Am I doing it right?
Yes, perfect. Perfect. Now smile more. Smile more.
Am I good?
Has anyone come to you and to hire you for a television program because you already got so much exposure? Did people actually come to you?
Not yet, but if you know anybody, I'm willing.
Oh, yeah?
Dave Walsh live on CNN. Today a lot of stuff happened.
Discovery Channel or something. Yeah.
And we see the woolly mammoth. He's eating berries. He's... this is the woolly mammoth. And now there's a dude on an African safari. He's going up to the woolly mammoth. The woolly mammoth does stuff. Welcome, Dave Walsh, on the Discovery Channel, in a world where man seeks YouTube and animals. One man.
I think it will happen today. I'm sure it will happen today.
We're going to all get famous. I told Dan Sissick, we're going to make $1 billion. We're going to be open Gangnam style. So, everybody, I'll send you $1 million check. Might not be in American dollars, might be in pesos, so I don't get in trouble. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna get in some YouTube.
Use dollar bills, please.
It'll be a monopoly.
No, Bitcoins, please. Bitcoin.
But we'll make.
What do you think about Bitcoins? I don't mean to interrupt, but David Walsh, what do you know about those?
About who?
He was asking Bitcoins.
Bitcoin. I know. The only thing I know is that I should have bought some years ago. That's it.
Okay. I was in when it was about $20 a piece. I didn't buy enough.
Yeah, see, it's cool because Micah is a cryptocurrency guy. We got the SEO guy, Eddie. Ron's really good with he knows like a bunch of movie stars. He's met George Lucas and stuff. And then, Dan Sissick's an awesome blogger. And me and Chris do the video thing. So it's really powerful. And then you're the YouTube expert, and it's really powerful just to bring all these minds together, because how is anything great created? Even I remember a press conference. I used to think Mark Zuckerberg was really awesome, and maybe I have some different opinions now. But I remember one 8th grader asking, well, how did you do Facebook? I'm so intimidated to make a software, and I want to do it. And he's like, look, don't be fooled by the media. People need to get together with different minds and create something great. And that's why I'm so passionate about this. I didn't hurt myself.
Well, we need to put our stuff into playlists. That's important.
And we will, and we're going to make some how-tos and tear it up.
Yeah, we should do one this Tuesday. We should do a how-to broadcast on something.
Do you write the script actually, David? If you want to present something, do you actually write the script that this is what you want to say, or do you make bullet points, or how do you go about it?
Okay, so here's how I started. First, when I started out, I wrote a script. I did my keyword research. I actually got about 30 video ideas, 30 titles. Then when I did my first set of videos, I think it did 6 in a day, and I wrote the scripts for them. Because I was starting out, I wanted to make sure that I was hitting the points I wanted to make on each video. So I did script them out. And my way was that I would memorize a paragraph, I would shoot it to camera, then I would memorize the next paragraph, do that to camera, and so on until I did the video. Then after about 3 months of doing that, it was just got to the point I just needed the bullet points. So I would just go, here's my title, here's my bullet points. Now I just go, give me the title, because the bullet points are there. I've gone over it enough times with enough clients and for videos. I can just go boom, 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 just boom. I can roll up. Interviews, whether it's an interview, a video, anything like that, just give me the topic and I will talk. No problem.
and video sales letters, do you do them? Because they are
100% scripted. Your sales content has to be scripted. I don't care what people will tell you. They'll say, oh no, you just roll up and you can rock it, no problem. BS, total BS. There are a subset of people who can do that, but all the top people and all the top copywriters included will go, write that fucker. No ifs and buts. You have to write that down. All the top people have sales scripts. They don't leave anything to chance, because your call to action may not be correct, or the bullet points you need to hit for the emotional pain points may not all be there. So you have to write those things up.
And do you split test your t-shirt?
Split test my who?
T-shirt. I actually saw a review of a guy that I bought this interactor software from, and then you can actually choose what t-shirt he should wear, and then these guys can measure the response that people click, what t-shirt they like, and it turns out that pink is the best color to wear in a shirt on a video. And I didn't realize, but you can actually split test your what you're wearing in your videos, and it has an effect. Although
I'm not anal enough to want to know what other people want me to wear. I just go up, I wear my shirt with my branding on it, and if people don't like it, screw them.
I like it, please.
Yeah. Oh boy. Hey Dave, could you come in with some big glasses like Bill Lumberg next time and the overalls from Office Space? So if you could just upload and make some how-to videos, that'd be great. Oh, and if you could stuff them with keywords, that'd be super.
Wear a pink shirt.
Thanks. I will. I'm gonna wear a pink shirt. I'll be a brony for a day. I know that's.
Don't kill the messenger. It was in the tutorial.
I'm doing a fully script. Hey, Billy Mays here with OxyClean.
No. Smile. Hey, Billy Mays here.
Billy Mays, I'm so excited. I ate 10 donuts. So you see that whole thing of Monsters? I drank that. Here's OxyClean. Look what it does. See this stain here? It takes the stain off.
Like, I've snorted 2 lines of cocaine.
Billy Mays here. But yeah, I know what you mean by scripted, because I have some people on Fiverr that it's different when I do tests. Some people want very, very, like, you have to say it like this. And I had a dude who said, do it in Arabic. And I speak a little bit of Arabic from my Egyptian descent. And I said, Assalamu alaikum. So I said, yeah, I'll do a testimonial in Arabic. And it got a little chunky. And he's like, no, just ad-lib it. And actually, I got in an argument with one dude, because he's like, oh, stick to the script, then don't stick to it, then kind of ad-lib some, and then look at the camera like this and do this. And I'm like doing 100 things, pointing into my head, my forehead. But I found different people in the industry will be like, roll with it, and then the bigger ones will be stick to the script. But it's really what I'm going to do on Fiverr. I'm just going to blow it up and just learn every single different way to do it. How do you stick?
Again, with practice, that'll get easier for you. Some people say, just ad-lib, and you go bum, 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 bum. You'll know the points to hit. Whereas somebody will go script, and you'll go bum, 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 bum. Yeah, no problem. Off you go. So the more you practice it, the easier that will get.
I'm going to be in my mirror. To be or not to be? For that is the question.
No. That is the question. Or is it? That is the question.
Here's your testimonial. They're like, modify word.
Is that the question?
What is the question?
I thought that was the question.
Oh, boy. We'll be here like at 7. So is that or this the question? All right. Kareem, you need to go to work. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's Tuesday already.
Question. I'll just be like a beard. Haven't shaved in days, haven't smelled. My girlfriend's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I got to figure out what the question is. What's the question?
Are you going to work? That's the question.
No, not after this. Everybody here, is a millionaire now because we're going to get, billions of views on this. Actually, you know what? I'm actually not going to say, like, I'm going to promote the heck out of this. So maybe someday, you know, people will be like, we've evolved in consciousness. What are there other than cat videos and people, you know, doing dumb stuff and hurting themselves? Oh, there's education. Oh, what's that, man? Oh, it's that thing they never taught us in school. Oh, let's go see David Walsh and Kareem and this Chris guy and Micah and Dave. Oh, wait, I can make videos too? What do? I'll pull up your phone. Too close. Back. Ah!
Kareem, did you have any special ingredients in your cereal this morning?
Extra sugar.
Extra sugar.
A lot of
Billy Mays here.
2 lines of Coke.
No, I've been practicing for a humorous. Do you know what Toastmasters is, David?
Yep.
I've been practicing for a humorous speech, so I've been sitting there and, like, my stories about how I want to stand up.
Toastmasters is all about the jokes. Forget what the content is. It's all about.
To me, like, I just sat down and I'm like, all right, I need some solid jokes, and I just started acting funny and I've been watching a lot of George Carlin. I'm like, I'm gonna tear this up, and then I took it with me on here. I'm like, let's practice here. Training ground for Toastmasters. I haven't used any of my jokes though.
I was watching a video of the guy who was voted the best Toastmaster guy, best speaker ever.
Hi.
He gave his speech and his acceptance speech, and the whole thing was, it wasn't about accepting anything. He told 3 funny stories. He told a golf story, he told about a story about an old women in an old people's home, and then one about his grandson. Nothing to do with the accepting of anything. He had people in stitches, and that was his acceptance speech. You know, and I was like, it had nothing to do with anything. It was just the funny stories. The best Toastmaster ever.
But what's the difference in leaving him with a real memory of how he did his acceptance speech, as opposed to doing a drawn-on, boring acceptance speech like we hear at the Oscars, at the Emmys.
Exactly. Everybody.
I love it so much.
But it's the ones that at those things that are off cue, that are really out in left
field. Just go. That reminds me of the time when George Lucas pulled down his underwear, back a mask, and everyone was in stitches. And they go, tell us more.
Isn't it underwear?
I should just do that. Like, what, Kareem, what's your speech in Toastmasters? Just take off my shirt like, well, because I never actually, and I'm not actually a huge fan of Carrot Top. I'm like, what's his act?
Well, that guy's
crazy. He just does crazy stuff. I don't like it, but, you know, okay, he's successful. But I'm trying to do something educational to leave like a mat and then make people laugh. They're like, I can laugh and learn? Yeah. Whoa, yeah. I never knew that.
It's called Infotainment.
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 That's a good description of it, actually.
Where you're informing people and you have an element of humor. And that's, again, for the audience, if you want to add that to your videos, when you fuck up on your videos, take those outtakes, take those fuck-ups and put them as outtakes on your videos. That's what I do on mine. And you will see time and time again, people leave comments going, oh my God, your outtakes are hilarious. Blah, blah, blah. And it will get people watching all the way to the end of your video. And that's where you get phenomenal watch time.
Yeah.
And if you're not afraid to take the piss out of yourself or not take yourself too seriously, then people will appreciate you more because they know you mess up. If
That's
you're perfect the whole time, no one ever will be able to relate to you.
Nope.
But when you mess up, people go, aha, he's human. I can relate.
America's Funniest Home Videos. We need Power Hour bloopers. Like, I want to record a video. Okay, what do? Am I close enough? No, back up. Am I good? No, back up. I'm like, how do I do this?
How's my breath? It's strength.
I'm like, Or I could do one where I'm at, like, maybe get an office thing. I'm like, I'm going to be a rock star during my lunch break. And then have someone be like my boss, like, stop playing that. Like, I'm sorry. Anyone around, and then, like, start playing it again. Or we even had the shtick about network marketing, because me and Chris previously came from that. Like, hello? Hi. He's here. I need you to get a list of all your family members, your friends, and anyone you've ever had relations.
And your drug dealer, so I can get some coke.
Oh boy, R-rated Power Hour.
Yeah, that's where it's going.
Coming to a theater near you.
That's where it's going. It's got to go there, man. We got to reach everybody.
We will. We'll get everybody in the world to watch.
We don't want to be seen as stiffs who don't know how to be colorful. I don't want to be seen as that at all. And if we lose some fans, big deal. I don't give a rat's ass. You know, this is our show. We can do whatever the hell we want.
What about the rats though? They might get hurt.
I know.
We're gonna have PETA calling us. They'll be like, "Hello, Kareem. Heard Chris is calling." I'm like, "I'm sorry. Did you know Mario in Super Mario has a raccoon shirt?" Oh yeah, thanks. Let's protest that, guys.
That is ridiculous. I can't believe that PETA thinks they can target like video game developers for, you know, cruelty to animals in video games or some type of reference to that. I used to be a big PETA supporter until I found out how extreme they were with their animal rights law protection acts, but at the same time they're complete hypocrites because they euthanize animals.
And actually, so to bring that to a question, I actually watch some vegan, some vegetarian things because I'm like, you know, maybe I should dump the red meat, and some people have talked to me. And here's one interesting thing I've seen, Dave.
I've been healthier ever since I stopped eating meat. I've been so healthy. So
because they can do like some funny stuff, they can do some really heartwarming stuff. But I want to ask, let's say we want to do a power hour on maybe something that's a real deep topic, that's real hard hitting. Like maybe you do a how-to on how to get on camera after you lose a relative or something, or how to get on camera after a heart, and then be good. What would your advice be to that? Like, I'm having a rough day, you know, someone ran over my foot, you know, my boss yelled at me, someone threw a bagel at me, and it's I'm trying to think.
Having a bagel thrown at you is one of the most distressing things ever.
Yes.
I would eat it. I would just pick it up and eat it.
For decades after just one bagel being thrown at them. It's unbelievable.
Billy Mays here for the donut and bagel dodger.
The bagel is
Who the hell is this Billy Mays guy?
He's the guy who did infomercials.
You don't know who Billy Mays is?
I have watched a lot of TV.
He was, oh God.
Go on YouTube, type in Billy Mays. He's like the infomercial pitch man.
How do you spell his name? Same as Kareem's last name?
No, M-A-Y-S. But anyway.
This idiot.
How do you make an awesome deep-hitting video? Like, let's say we want to do something that's maybe we harken the fun back and we want to do something. Do you have any advice for that, or for maybe people who watch this? Like, they want to do politics or, you know, hard-hitting vegan videos or something.
Well, if it's a sort of, like you've been hit by, say, a loss of a family member or something like that, and you want to talk about it, that's going to be slightly different than, say, a political spiel or whatever.
I shouldn't have grouped them.
For that one, basically, is to be honest and vulnerable. Is your best. I've seen it time and time again, especially with vloggers, those guys who come out as being gay or whatever. They're vulnerable 100%, and they're honest, and that's what people relate to. And if you're having a bad day, then let people know about it. I'm not saying to use it as a platform for therapy, but if you have an audience, and maybe it's to do with your business, why you haven't been answering customer calls, maybe why your customer service has decreased or whatever, just to say, or that you're taking a sabbatical from your business, it's just go, hey guys, my wife has died. My children are left without a mother. So I'm taking this time I just want to let you know and be openly honest with you that the business will not be running as good as it was before, because I need time for myself and my children to be able to process this and be able to do whatever we need to do to be able to cope with what's happened. So as long as you're open and honest and vulnerable with those people, they will understand.
Yeah, because there have been times where, like, I'm sitting at work, I'm doing that, and they're like, hey, Kareem, guess what? And this has happened one time. We're just like, budget's cut. Guess what? I didn't win the lottery. And people are like, oh, it's okay. You got laid off, not let go. I'm like, can you tell that to the people I have to give checks to? And then,
exactly.
And then I have to come on here, but it's hard. I'm like, oh man, I don't have an income.
Yeah.
And even if it's okay, another panel member had the same issue. I'm not, and then it's just.
It was me. I'll admit it. It was me, and it is rough.
Scary. It's scary because you want to come on the camera, you want to have fun, you want to get people excited, but then there's a part of me. It's like, no, just tell them like Kareem, you know what, I lost a job or lost a thing.
And again, you're human. Not everybody lives the Beverly Hills 90210 lifestyle every day where everything is fantastic. And
I think I'd put a gun to my head if I lived like that. God, those people are so fake, man. Like,
that's the thing. Nobody lives an ideal lifestyle because what you see the people who do, in the press live that ideal lifestyle, and they're the ones who are strung out on drugs, alcohol, sex addiction, that sort of thing. So, everybody knows that behind the facade, there's some shit going on somewhere.
Well, there's gotta be.
But when you're honest with people like that to say, hey, I've lost my job. I have no freaking idea what the hell I'm going to do. And the thing is, it might end up that somebody's going to go, hey, I want to give you a job.
Yeah. I mean, it's just that hard. And I've seen like different YouTubers, maybe one person comes out, maybe one's like a lot. And then I've seen that write my life. And that really sometimes I'm like, oh, this person's so funny. Thanks so much for coming, Eddie. That person's so funny. And that whiteboard, is so when I was young, this happened with my mother and father. And there was a YouTuber named Boogie. I don't know if you ever, I was like, wow, I almost,
988, yep.
Yeah, I almost wanted to cry. It was like so sad. But he's making these fun videos and talking about magic and video. And you'd never know until you get a hard-hitting video. And I think it's important to mix those two together, really. The education, the fun, maybe some of the technical stuff. And then I'd say the fourth component is just that human thing. Like, hey, I had that rough day. I messed up getting 100,000. I lost my job, my girlfriend broke out, whatever it is.
And that's like going back to how I effed up getting 100,000 subscribers. That's why I wanted to create that video to say, hey, it's not an easy ride. It's not all, pixie dust and fairy magic. Getting there is crap that's going to happen. So, just prepare yourself that when that doo-doo hits the fan, it's going to happen. End of.
And I got an idea from that. And this is actually really an interesting how to cultivate an entrepreneur mindset. Because I see people like, oh, you're an entrepreneur, the power hour, haha. And they must think I'm like drinking martinis and on camera, like, oh, life's good. And then I have to get off and edit this video and do another website and fix this thing. Yep. And I'd like to be like, okay, so here's what an entrepreneur is not. And I'll be like sitting in a beer, like, here's what it is. Oh, I got to go to work and I'm typing. Yeah. Here's what an entrepreneur is not. And then they're like, oh, I'm like, yeah, imagine that. You have to work after you like 15-hour days? Billy Mays here with 16-hour work days.
Yes.
Be an entrepreneur. And they're like, whoa, what? I got to, do it. And then people make fun of me and they're like, oh, the power hour and this and, where's it going? And where's your, they actually think like, 2 videos would make $1 billion. I'm like, no. And just to show how to, I think that's an important distinction because there's a lot of people out there that think, whoa, I'm going to jump on social media, YouTube, and
oh yeah, I'm going to be a social media star.
They're like, oh, just make a video
out there right now, just zero competition. I'll just rock up with a Twitter account and a couple of Instagram pictures, and everybody will want to buy everything I've got. Yeah, no problem.
And that happened even with me and Chris. Like after we made so many, I'm like, okay, I'm being persistent. Then one day I'm like, oh my God, like why isn't this moving? Why isn't this getting bigger? I'm like, and then you get all worried and I'm like, no, I just have to. And that's really cultivating that mindset. I think that's an important how-to that, one of the things we're going to do. It'll be funny. It'll be, what was that word? Infotainment.
Infotainment.
Infotainment. The word of the day. This is Sesame Street. Word of the day is infotainment. Use that in a sentence, please. We do a lot of infotainment, So you learn something. Now, can someone pull up Urban Dictionary and make that exist?
Probably already does.
Yeah. Eddie was nice enough to share some of those sites that he was talking about earlier over in the chat. just to let everybody know.
Yeah, and that's awesome. We can learn that too. And I would encourage everybody actually in the chat. And, I'm going to put the social media links for me and Chris and our Skype IDs. If you guys have Skypes, I don't know, Dave. Do you have a Skype?
Well, of course.
Well, that would be great if we could add you so we can get a hold of you when we want to do some more collaborations.
We'll call you at 5 o'clock in the morning. We'll be like, hey, want to collab? Hey, mate. I'll call you during the World Cup. I know the football's on. Want to collab? You're like, no.
If Ireland are playing, definitely no. If not, then I consider it.
Can I call you when Manchester United and Chelsea are playing? Can we collab? No.
No, I'm at the match. Leave me alone.
Football matches get insane, man.
Yeah, they do.
Those people are hardcore. Have you ever seen that movie? What's it called?
The Brazilians losing the Germans.
No, it's called Mean Street something or Green Street. I don't know. It's a movie about opposing like gangs that are like all into football and they all fight each other at the end of matches. What the hell is that movie called?
I don't know. We actually have a gang, though. Me and Chris and a few of these guys, we walk the streets and look for other mastermind channels and beat them up. No, we don't. They're going to get flagged. They're like, oh, no, I'm scared. I'm just kidding.
It's a really good movie about the seriousness of football in Europe.
Yeah. No, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And that just goes to show, like, those guys are so successful, because, Messi because they have that ridiculous passion. It just shows how powerful passion is. And really anything to start doing something when they were kids. Could you imagine if we all started when we were 3 or 4, like, hi, this is John on YouTube? And you probably would be doing this.
Well, just think, I'm going back to my oldest niece when she was about 3 and she first walked over and just turned on the computer and started playing on the computer just because she was watching her dad do things on there all the time. And I was there when it happened. I mean, we literally all sat there and watched her and she just went over there on her own. It's so intuitive, and they just automatically, sometimes on some of this, if you start young, it becomes natural and part of you, whereas like me, older, jumping into a lot of this, I've got a lot of like those limiting beliefs that I brought in and built in and stuff. When you're younger, you don't have that built in.
Yes.
It's not there.
So when I have kids, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be like, Dad, I want to go to kindergarten. And be like, no, son, here's a phone, here's a camera. Go get big on YouTube. And I'll be like, high expectation. How to parent right? And they're like, Dad, I don't know any word. I'm like, you'll figure it out, And then he gets 100,000 subscribers or 1 million by the time it's like, oh, you guys are going to college? Oh, that's cool. I'm going to record a video. Have fun with that. I can help you pay that 100,000 tuition if you want, and he can help his classmates out with all the videos he's making. Like, here's $100,000, here's a couple million. I'll loan him some, from all the AdSense we get from this video, and it'll be great.
And not in debt.
You say that in jest, but there's a girl, 13-year-old, she's 14 now, and used to make videos using those Fruit Loom, whatever, the colorful band things.
Mm-hmm.
So she used to make videos with that. She was making 100,000 a month doing that as a 13-year-old girl. What? She barely had a house.
I fail at life. Hey guys, I'll see you later. I'm gonna go.
So her parents used to punish her by not allowing her to make a video. Yet she was the one who was earning more money than anyone else. She was making ridiculous money, just making videos just with those rubber band thingies.
Honey, you can't make any videos this month. Oh, my check's only $50,000.
Don't make me some more money, but I can't make a video.
So can I put the down payment on the Ferrari? You're grounded. Oh.
Yeah.
No, that's just the crazy thing. Like, I am definitely I'm not gonna force my kids, but it's not in jest now, being serious. I'm going to honestly show them like all the things, because when I was 18, it was basically, get a job or go to college or get trade school, or I wasn't really big on what I was going to, or go in the military. I'm like, why? I wish I could go back and be like, hey, you can blog. You can do Twitch, which is playing video games. You can make a YouTube thing. What am I going to talk about? Yourself. Oh, will people watch that? Yes. And it's just that huge, powerful thing of she's doing, you know, something with a band and just creating.
Yep, just making stuff. Making stuff. That's it.
I'm just going to cook something to eat. I'll be back.
And
actually, it's quite interesting about the meat topic. This is what I always say to people that eat meat. And before the Second World War, I'll keep it short. Before the Second World War, the Germans invaded Sweden. People were eating meat. They stopped eating meat because all the meat went to the German army, and then you saw a big drop in the number of heart failures and all that stuff. And then after the war, people started eating meat, and you saw the spike go up. So what it does, it really screws, it really breaks down your artery system, basically.
Yeah.
It falls together. It's really hurtful for your body.
Yeah, no, and here's the funny thing. Going back to YouTube, I see people, they're like, here's a veggie mix, and they're just putting veggies in a blender. I think everybody here can put veggies in the blender. If you can, I'll make a video, a how-to video.
There you go.
Veggies in a blender and how to make good fruit smoothies, which I might do on another channel, or I could do it even healthy living for entrepreneurs. And honestly, there are people making like even big bucks, you know. I don't know if they're a little bit older than 13, 14, but they're just literally showing here's healthy things. Here's vegan and vegetarian recipes. And I'm like, oh, here's ways to, you know, stop, you know, animal things. And here's how to live a more vegetarian lifestyle. Here's the things you can do. And here's, I actually interviewed someone how to be vegan on a budget. And it really does, a lot of people, they flock to that. I'm like, wow, just by telling people, you know, you can eat some carrots, you can eat some vegetables, you can eat some fruits, which, okay, that's common knowledge, but wow, you know, you can take top ramen. And then people are like, whoa, this is awesome. And to me, back when I was 18, I'm like, oh, you know, what's the big deal, you know? Yeah, I can eat fruits and veggies. Well, why is someone making a video about this? But it's awesome. I don't know why, you know, changed my whole paradigm. And that's really what this is about today, if nothing else.
Talking about green, by the way, if I wanted to have a green screen here and I wanted to show that green screen in this broadcast, for example, would I use Open Broadcaster for that? Because that's the one that I was thinking about and I have on this other computer. But what would you use to have a green screen in this meeting? Would that be Open Broadcaster?
You know what? The only thing I've found, I don't know if you guys look at JVZoo or ClickBank, and it's not available now. Well, there's two things. I know there's a software called Video Motion Pro. You can make like a white background or a green background. And there's Adobe Premiere, which is really cool. I don't think it's too much to get a Creative Cloud license, and you can use Adobe Premiere and After Effects to make some pretty awesome stuff with videos. I don't know, actually, that's one question I actually forgot, Dave. Do you use other different video editing softwares other maybe than use than Movie Maker or some things that
No, I use Premiere. I've used Premiere for about 18 years.
Oh, okay.
I've tried Final Cut. I couldn't get my head around it, and that seems to be a common thing. Going from Premiere to Final Cut's difficult. Going from Final Cut to Premiere isn't so, but I just couldn't be bothered to learn it, even though it's supposed to be easier. I was just going, I'm sticking with what I know. Plus, it's cross-platform.
So just getting Adobe, because you can do it on Mac, PC.
Exactly. I was on Windows before. I moved to Mac, and the interface was exactly the same. So there was zero learning curve for me on that, rather than trying to get Final Cut to work or whatever. So. And
that's another how-to. Am I right? How to use Adobe Premiere. Okay, I'm a Kareem, and you can use this program called Screencast-O-Matic. I'm sure and if you're not, you go to screencast-o-matic.com, and you get a screenshot tool. Here's how we get Adobe Premiere, and that can be one video, and you can make okay, now that we've got Adobe Premiere, here's how you use it. And that way people can like, okay, I got it. I'm going to go take a coffee break or a bay break, my energy drink, whatever you drink. And then come back and then, oh, here's how we use Adobe Premiere. And then here's how you do special effects. Here's how you use After Effects with Premiere. And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, well, I got 50,000. Where'd that come from? And it may or may not happen like that. But to me, that's one thing I think is real powerful, is to learn good video editing, because it changes, and good thumbnails and stuff. I need to get Premiere.
I like to use Camtasia first and then throw it into Filmora.
Oh, Camtasia.
Filmora is really, especially for people that just started in video, I would strongly suggest Filmora. I've suggested to other people, and they love it. But it is for beginners, although I like to throw things around. And what you say, Video Motion Pro, I have that as well. But for live broadcasting, for getting a green screen in your live broadcast, I have Open Broadcaster on this other PC. I haven't really tried it because I didn't got a green screen. But what software would be useful for live streaming? I mean, it would look like I'm sitting in the Bahamas right now, for example.
Mm-hmm. Maybe after this, go to the Bahamas. There, helps you out. It's called Plane Ticket. Here, that's they're like, how can I make my background like that? Buy a plane ticket. They're like, whoa. I don't know.
Or make David Walsh step my shoulder like that and doing like this. Going like this. I just take some clip from David Walsh when he's doing that and have David Walsh dancing in the background.
He'd be like Wayne's World, like there's a dude behind you. Is there? Oh, I didn't see you. Hi, Dave. Hey, that's another way you can make money. Be a human background. Hi, I'm Kareem Mays. So your background's boring. Is there not enough weird stuff going on? Are you a typical marketer and people think, why I want to buy your stuff? Chances are people aren't too entertained. Hi, I'm Kareem Mays. I'll be your human background. I'll do this in the background, this, goofy stuff, jump up and down. And for an extra $50, if you call now, I'll set myself on fire in the background. No, that's actually not included. Buy now. Billy.
There is actually software that you can turn on, and that will follow the contours of your face, and then you can choose all these characters called Face Rig. FACERIG. Face Rig.
Rigged?
Face rig. I did it with Dave. We did a face rig. Well, I was the fairy in the forest, and Dave then came and asked me what software he needed to use, and I choose all these characters, and then it was really a good fun. But
Dave J, right?
I use face rig together with the software to change my voice, and it's called Voice Morph with PH at the end. So for the
that's pretty sweet. Hello, this is Eddie. Like, whoa, Eddie. Have you been?
I was
working out a lot. Don't judge.
I was a cat, and I was a fairy, and I was another character, 3 characters. I was a dragon as well, and a dog.
No, that's cool. So yeah, Face Rig, Camtasia, the Video Motion, all these awesome things. And the cool thing is Face Rig rigged though? I gotta know.
No, but Face Rig is a lot of fun, especially for those that don't want to get their face on camera. You can totally change character, and it's a lot of fun, especially because you can also use it in a webcam, so you can surprise someone. I actually congratulated Michael Thomas. He's a software developer in New Zealand, a very good one. I sent him a face rig, happy birthday. He was being, as a dragon, happy birthday.
And he's like, the Hobbit. And he's like, Frodo, Bilbo, get him. Yeah. Get him, Bilbo. Yeah. He's like, what do you want me to do? I'm 3'2". Like, oh yeah.
You can make these really nice personalized quick snap videos that are unique and blow people away. You can have a lot of fun with that. It's all about having fun, I suppose.
I mean, that's why we're here, honestly. I would say the biggest thing out of all this, out of all the education, the SEO, the everything is, if you're not having fun, if you're not having fun in front of this camera, then that's going to be the biggest thing. Because I see people, even when they have a bad day, just have fun. I think that is my biggest prerogative. And then people will see you having fun, and then they'll have fun. Imagine how that works.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Dave? Am I correct? Or?
Absolutely. And if you're not enjoying it, if it's fake, that energy will come across anyway. And if you're a good actor and you're able to mask it for a while, eventually it will catch up with you. There have been so many social media stars who have been faking it, but after a while, their conscience just catches up with them, and they have to admit that it was fake the whole time. So, yeah, it's only a matter of time for that crap to sort of catch up. But yeah, you have to enjoy what you're doing. It's like business in general. If you don't enjoy what you're doing, you're doomed for failure. You know, you may make a load of money, but yeah, you might just end up with crappy relationships, doing drugs, doing alcohol, whatever. So the other side of it is just an absolute nightmare. Yeah. But yeah, just enjoy what you're doing. Whether it's something you really want to do or not, still enjoy doing it. Consider a stepping stone to what you really want to do. But enjoy what you're doing big time.
Hi, this is Kareem with Power Hour. You have David Walsh. You know, pretty excited. You know, and we're gonna do some stuff on YouTube and learn how to. And the person's like, where are the cat videos at?
I found the video, by the way. I'm gonna send it in the box below. I hope it works for you guys, but you can check that later on and see if how you like it. It's a space rig thing. If you're interested, if you're not, then just skip it.
No, that's fine. Like, to me, the thing I like about the Power Hour and the open discussion is I assume that I really don't know. Like, so I'm like Socrates from Bill and Ted. I don't know everything.
Socrates?
I don't have all the knowledge. That's why I need to hang out with Dave Walsh and Eddie and Dan Sissick.
Everybody.
And Chris and everybody and get a little piece of blogging and YouTube. And then all of a sudden, like, I'm doing all these different things. I'm like, how did I learn that? Oh, yeah, I was on the Power Hour and I learned different things. And even if it's not something technical I'm learning, maybe I just come on and we're talking about how to work a 9-to-5 as an entrepreneur, which was one of our how-tos. And then I get more energized. I'm like, man, things aren't working. I'm like, I just need to push a little bit harder. So,
yep. Going back to being persistent.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
I think that's the one thing I'll like drive home. Like, I even had a guy at Toastmasters started a mentor. I'm like, what are your goals? He's like, I'd like to give more speeches. I'm like, are you afraid to get up there? He's like, no. I'm like, okay, what's the issue? And he's like, well, I just procrastinate. I'm not really scared. I'm like, all right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to meet on Tuesday in a cafe or a restaurant. We're going to get an action plan so you can persistently and consistently get up there and tell speech. I'm like, don't worry if you miss one or two, but we need to get a consistent goal and action plan so you're speaking consistently. Same thing with this, same thing with working out. I mean, nobody goes to the gym and goes, okay, I did, let me think, 10 sets. Am I huge yet? This is a scam, guys. I did 20 crunches. Where are my abs at? Total scam.
Where's my 6-pack abs?
But then they'll go on YouTube. They're like, I made 5-10 videos. How come I ain't famous? I'm like, apply that to the working out.
Yep. For the Toastmaster people, if they want to consistently give speeches, do a freaking video. Get in front of a camera.
Yep.
Simple as. Because they may end up with a bigger audience on video than they would with an auditorium.
That's actually what I found. Because one, I have a channel called speakyourmindnow.com. I've been mainly focused on this in collaborations and interviews. But I put a few up there that I really liked. And a couple I got like 70, 80 views. And there can never be that many people at a Toastmasters meeting. Or if there could, that'd be ridiculous.
Yeah.
So it just goes to show what a simple blog post or a YouTube video can how many people it can reach, and then I can send it out, and then I get like one person who's really inspired by it. It makes my day. I haven't even made anything. This has been a lot. This has been more fun than a lot of parties I've been to. I can say that confidently. People are like, man, you need a better
friends.
Yeah. Well. Will you be my friend? No. Aw. Well, you're bad anyway. You download.
Oh, guys, I've got to go.
Yes.
It's 5 p.m. my time.
Alrighty.
Could you give us your Skype info?
Sure, I'll get that emailed over to you.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, David.
David, I will have this up. I will have it edited, and then I will send you a link, and then I can send Lena a link via email.
Perfecto.
And then I want to thank Eddie, Dan Sissick, Agnes Talley, John, Micah.
Thank you, Agnes.
Wallace.
Don't say as much next time. You've just been hogging the mic the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Right. Like
David J. And then Ron Lester.
I would like to have a chat with you later.
And
Dan Sissick's armpit.
Thanks for having me. It was my first time. It was a really good experience. Thank you very much, all.
Yeah, Eddie, it was awesome with your first time. And then David Walsh, thank you so much. And I also want to thank Chris. This couldn't have been possible without you, bro. And guys, get out there, rock YouTube, figure out who your customers are, find varieties of different ways, make how-tos, put them in a playlist, learn some SEO stuffing, and just have fun with it overall. And if you have a bad day, don't be afraid to show it or play that song.
Exactly. And if you're looking for any stuff, head on over to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/David Walsh Online. All that stuff is there.
Awesome.
It's all free.
This is the Entrepreneur Power Hour, special collab with David Walsh. If you like what you saw, go to Patreon/theentrepreneurpowerhour.com and give us $1. I know it's a lot of money, but we got to get that billion somehow. All right, guys. This is Kareem with the Power Hour. Stay safe. Cheers. Stay classy.